1/4 of the way through my 200-hour yoga teacher training program. Woohoo! Hi, I'm Janelle Tedesco, and I just want to share how it's going. So it's been 2 weeks since my last video, and both of these weeks we've had 3 training sessions per week as opposed to the usual 2. And I'm definitely feeling that. It's been a lot. Sometimes I get home and then I just lie on the floor, just completely exhausted, every muscle in my body sore. But I am getting stronger. I am getting more flexible. I am getting more knowledgeable. And I'm also slightly overwhelmed, but in a good way. Even though this program isn't really set up like school, it is like school in the way that we have different subjects, and we've learned so much so quickly that it's just sometimes hard to keep everything straight. Okay, so anatomy, right? We're learning about muscles and their functions, their antagonists and their synergists. Things I'd never even heard of before, but their origin and their insertion, what works each muscle, what stretches each muscle. So it's been a lot. We've covered hamstrings and quads and glutes and your back muscles, right? Your rhomboids and your traps, the shoulder muscles, right? There's 4 different muscles in the rotator cuff, the calf muscles, which are called the gastrocnemius and the soleus. Never knew that before, and just so much more. And now I really love the anatomy part, but it's just really hard to remember everything because it's a lot and because it's not the only subject. The yoga sutras are a lot to remember, and they're really amazing, and I'm really enjoying learning about them. They're brand new for me. They are sort of like a guide to a way of thinking or being, because you probably know yoga is more than just exercise. In fact, yoga didn't start out as exercise at all. It was much more like meditation and about a way of focusing and using your mind. And I mean, this goes back thousands of years. Now, yoga is not a religion, but it is very spiritual. So as you can imagine, every yoga teacher training program could handle this part very differently, depending on the instructor and how they approach everything. But I will say that where I am taking at Abaya, Tara does not force any belief system onto anyone. It's nothing like that. She truly just wants us to have the information about the really important beginnings of yoga so that we understand it and we can become better instructors. But we have had some conversations about life and death that have been really deep and way more than I expected to get into while learning how to become a yoga instructor. Kind of shocking, but I'm really, really grateful for that as well. Let me tell you about some fun stuff next. Okay, so I've learned some new asanas, poses. And I can't really remember the names of all of them, but I did this really weird thing where we were on the ground and this one leg goes up over my shoulder, and then my ankles kind of lock together, and then you lean forward and it's an arm balance. I mean, honestly, I'd never seen it before. It was awesome to do it, but I had no idea what it was called. But don't worry, I'll find out. Headstands. All right. I've been able to do a headstand for many years, but I've always done it with my forearms like this. I've never been able to do the tripod headstand. Well, now, to my amazement, with Tara's guidance on where to put my hands, where to shift my weight, and what muscles to focus on, I did it on the first try. It was really amazing. And then there was another cool one that I learned that was called the Bird of Paradise. I'd never even seen it before. I'd never done anything like it before. And when we started, I was like, which way does my arm go? Which way does my leg go? How am I supposed to balance, or which leg do I balance on? But now, I mean, I can't do it perfectly at all, but I can almost do it. And that is such an amazing feeling, when all of a sudden your body surprises you. And I really love that. All right, so I'm slightly overwhelmed, I'm slightly overworked, but I'm really loving it and I am carrying on. So I will sign off for now and I'll share some more with you in a couple of weeks and let you know how it's going. Hope to see you then. Thanks. Bye-bye.